So in this video, I'm going to tell you some of the things that chosen ones experience during isolation. If you're going through isolation right now and you are a chosen one, just know that you are not alone. And I'm going to try to mention as many things from my own personal experience of being a chosen one that you probably are going through, that even I go through. And also people that I have talked to on the phone and people that have booked sessions with me have told me that they are going through too, okay? So I'm gonna come off the top of my head. I'm gonna just name some of the experiences and the things that, you going through right now. And if I say something that you are going through, make sure that you comment below and let me know which one or which thing that I said that you can relate to, okay? Don't forget to subscribe after this video is over. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you are in isolation right now as we speak, okay? One of the first things that a chosen one will experience during isolation is the absence of your family, okay? And you probably got away from your family because you wanted to create a better life for yourself. Or maybe you got to a point to where you was like, you know what? I'm not a kid anymore. I'm an adult now. It's time for me to do things the way I want to do it. And maybe you said to yourself, you know what? I'm about to start my journey for myself and I'm about to build my life by myself, okay? And that's probably how you ended up, being the black sheep in your family and you don't associate with your family no more. However, even though now you don't really associate with your family like you used to, there's still this feeling in your heart where deep down inside, even though they can't relate to you, even though you might not talk to them as much as you used to when you was younger, deep down inside, you can still feel the pain because they are absent in your life. You can still feel the spiritual tie that you have with certain family members. Okay, you can still feel the soul connection that you have with your mother or that you have with your long lost father. You can still feel that it's a connection there, but you try so hard not to think about it. And this is one of the things that chosen ones feel during isolation. You just experience the feeling of you missing your relatives, okay? And like I said, this is normal because you have a spiritual connection with these people, okay? They are your blood, whether or not, you don't talk to them or not, they are still your blood family, okay? Not your soul tribe, okay? I might be a person that's in your soul tribe, but your family is not your soul tribe. And this is why you had to separate yourself from them so that you can actually find your soul tribe and people that can relate to you by being in isolation and getting a fresh start, okay? So that's one of the main things you're going to experience being a chosen one in isolation is just missing your family and not having your family there to talk to you or to support you, or to check up on you, okay? Another thing that you're going to experience during isolation is you're going to experience a lot of internal dialogue. You're going to begin to get downloads and you're going to hear from source a lot more often because it's going to be more quiet in your life when you're isolated, or it's more quiet now since you're by yourself, as opposed to you being with a whole group of friends all the time, going to kickbacks with groups of friends, always on the scene where a lot of people are, associating and stuff like that. Now that you by yourself and you isolated, you can hear from your higher self more. And what you will do is you will start to have internal conversations with yourself. And sometimes it'll feel like you're crazy. Sometimes it'll feel like you're going crazy. You'll start hearing voices in your head of, you're hearing negative thoughts in your head. You're hearing toxic thoughts in your head. You'll have moments where you go through little rages, like raging with yourself. And you will just become like a person who is isolated, and you do a lot of talking to yourself a lot. Okay. And it's kind of like you got the devil on your shoulder talking to you, and you talking to the devil sometimes. And then you got an angel on your shoulder, and you talking to the angel sometimes. And you're trying to like talk to the angel more because that's the right thing to do. And sometimes when you do talk to, or I don't want to say the devil because I don't want to give the devil credit, but sometimes when you do, give energy to those negative voices in your head, it's like that you shouldn't be doing it. And so, but this is why you're in isolation. It's because you're becoming familiar with your spirit. Okay. It's really just your spirit talking to yourself. Okay. And your intuition is talking to you, and you're getting downloads from the Most High. And you have to be able to decipher which one you want to give attention to, which one you want to give an energy to. And it's really hard to give attention to all the positive thoughts and all the good things. You feel me? Because like I said, like once upon a time before you became isolated, you probably was the type of person where, you was taught to glorify negative energy. You was taught to worry about all the problems and stuff like that. And it's still kind of in you, it's still in you, and you're just working. You're a work in progress. You're just working to free yourself from all these negative thoughts that are going on in your head. So like when you're in isolation as a chosen one, you will experience self-talk. It's kind of like you'll be battling yourself, with dialogue, with your own words and stuff like that. Another thing that you will experience in isolation is the supernatural. When the chosen one is isolated, the Most High will do a lot of supernatural things in your life that only you can see. It might be, you might have epiphanies. You might have little revelations where you're like out your mind and you're somewhere else. And it's like, you feel like you're gonna, go to a different world or something. Like you get really deep in your thoughts, because, the Most High is giving you revelations, and he's showing you visions about things that he's revealing to you that is beneficial for you in the long run. But right now you just might not understand it. This also could include like dreams. Like if you go to sleep at night and you have bad dreams or nightmares, or, you have really good dreams. It might be you have really good dreams. But either way it go, like when you're isolated and when you're alone, it's like you start to become a little bit delusional, kind of like sort of say, so to speak. But you're not delusional. It's just because you are tapping more into your spirituality, and you're starting to see things and hear things, and things are beginning to happen around you that you see it with your own two eyes. And maybe you have become accustomed to it. Comment below if you're accustomed to the supernatural. Okay. But you will see a lot of strange things when you're in isolation. And this happens because, like I said, you're not around people anymore like you used to. You're not hanging out at spots and stuff where you can be distracted. Now you are literally you have literally went on the inside, and what you see from the inside is totally different from what's happening on the outside of you. So, the Most High will communicate with you through signs, visions, wonders, repeating numbers, anything, dreams, stuff like that. And it'll kind of like freak you out sometimes. But if it's been happening to you a lot, then I'm assuming that you are becoming accustomed to it. It's becoming like secondhand nature to you, like to see like really bizarre things and supernatural stuff happen to you, for you. Okay. Another thing that chosen ones experience when they are in isolation is you will go through like a development phase for your body. Like you will pay attention to your body more. You will hear your body. Like you could be laying down on a sofa and it could be quiet and you can just probably hear your heartbeat. You can hear your heartbeat through your arms, your veins, your legs. Like you will become aware of your own human body. You know what I mean? Because you're a chosen one, your brain is being activated about all the knowledge of who you are when you are in isolation as a chosen one. Unlike most people who just walking around every single day, they might not know what's going on inside their body. They probably don't care about how their body's functioning. They don't know whether or not they're healthy or not. They're just like living life and they don't even really understand how the anatomy of their own body works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give you an example. Like, I just had a cold recently. Like, I had like this really severe cold last week, and I never get sick. I'm always healthy because I take these sea moss vitamins as a chosen one. Make sure you get you some of these too, by the way. But I stopped taking them for like a while, and I think that kind of opened the door for me to be like, my immune system got low, and I just caught a cold, and my throat was sore, and I was sneezing a lot, just sinuses basically. And so, the whole time when I was sick, I was literally like observing my whole sickness. I was literally observing my cold, my cough, my runny nose, and you will pay attention to things more about your body when you are in isolation because you can actually think, and this is a good thing because you'll start to want to go to the gym. You'll start to want to get in shape. You'll start taking care of yourself more. And this is what the journey is all about. The journey is more so all about taking care of yourself first. Because if you can't take care of yourself first, then you definitely don't need to be with nobody else, or you can't take care of nobody else. And that's the problem with most people. Most people feel like that they can just go and be with people and take care of them when they never really spend any time alone. It's always with somebody to help them with something, or they always have somebody to talk to. But when you're a chosen one and you completely alone and you completely isolated, you self-develop your body even. I know another thing about me too, is that like I started to look better. Like I started working on my skin. I started working on my hair. I'll be taking biotin and stuff like that, and vitamin B, C, B6, all that stuff, because I can actually think to do that now. But like, that's why you are isolated, because not only do you trying to get yourself together, but you actually helping your body, and health comes before anything in this world. If you're not healthy, you're just not going to be living. Okay, like period. Health is number one. And as a chosen one is in isolation, that's the reason why you probably in isolation too, is because you have to increase your health. You have to become a better, more healthier person. And you could very well be getting saved by doing this. All right. Saving ain't always about being saved and putting hands on you. Like saving is really, if you practically look at it, it's really about helping yourself and saving yourself from your own downfall. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you are your own worst enemy, not anybody else. Okay. This is what being isolated is all about, to show you that, hey, it's you that's the problem and you have to fix you. Okay. Which is why a lot of people don't be isolated, because it requires you to face your own demons. It requires you to face your own problems. Being isolated, it requires you to face your own temptations. Okay. Maybe you're going through some things right now where you just have really bad temptations, and you're constantly giving into the temptations and whatever it is that you do. And it's a battle. It's a battle for you. It's like you do it, then you don't do it. Then you don't do it some days, then you do it. Then it's like a constant battle between good and bad, light and dark, higher self and lower self. So, being isolated, you experience a lot of temptations, your own perversions, your own perversions, your own fantasies, your own deepest, darkest fantasies that is is bigger than you. And this might be something that has been rooted into you through, your bloodline. Some of the things that you're experiencing as a chosen one, it might not necessarily be, since you're in isolation, it might not necessarily be that you're a problem. But as a chosen one, since you was chosen to break generational curses. So all this time while you're alone, you are experiencing your bloodline's problems in privacy, and you are battling forces that are bigger than you, that your daddy couldn't handle, that your grandma couldn't handle, that your great aunt couldn't handle, that your cousins and your nephews, and that nobody could handle. But see, that's why you was chosen, because you have the strength. Okay, you are given the what you want to call it? You are given the double portion of faith to be able to overcome all of this, all of these curses and stuff like that. And so if you're dealing with like temptations, and you're dealing with perversions, or if you're dealing with lust, or if you're dealing with any type of abuse on yourself, just know that the battle is not yours. It's God's battle, okay? And you was just the one called to break it, all right? So if you're isolated right now, I'm pretty sure you're experiencing a lot of things like generational curses that it ain't really part of you, but you have to battle it because you was the one chosen to break it, okay? Another thing that a chosen one experiences when you are alone is, I know I don't want to talk about this, but I had to learn and talk about it too, but you have to work on your finances. Okay, I know it's not something that we always would like to talk about, because the reason why a lot of chosen ones don't like to talk about it is because nobody that we ever knew really never had a lot of it. And so it was always something that you just be quiet about. Don't check your bank account because you don't want to see how much money you got in it. We was taught don't spend too much money. It's called spending. It just, the financial lack, you're facing that too. And that's why you're going through situations where it's like, can I pay this bill coming up next month? I wonder if I'm gonna be able to pay my rent on time. Oh man, I wonder if I'm gonna have enough money to get my car fixed. Like, you're probably having constant thoughts about how much money you have, and if you're gonna have enough to maintain yourself, how much money you're gonna have to eat today, or can I ration this out so I can have this much food and give my kids this? Like, it's constant. It's a constant struggle with finances if you are a chosen one. All right. And again, this is why you are isolated, because you was called to be the first millionaire. You was called to be the person that's going to have the financial freedom. And so like me, for instance, I know with me, like, I have worked to a point where I've literally worked on my finances by being alone so much that I actually got a chance to actually study like money more. Like, I study credit, study mortgage. I mean, I literally had time to do this stuff. And what that did for me is it dramatically increased my credit score. And even though I'm not going to tell you my credit score, but you get the point. All right. But that would have never happened if I never was alone to do my own research on my own finances. All right. That would have never happened if I never got the download by myself to create the money vortex, which I've been trying to get y'all to buy. And you will literally start manifesting money. And I never would have been able to do that if I never was alone. Okay. So I learned how to vortex all my finances, all my money, and you will too. Okay. What else? Let me get one more thing up in there. When you are alone, this is another thing too that you're going to experience as a chosen one when you're isolated, when you're alone. Once you start being alone, like the proper way, like meaning like you literally be by yourself, dog. Like you literally be by yourself majority of the time. Okay, if you can proudly say you spend most of your time by yourself more than you do with other people right now, then you are isolated. Okay, you are officially isolated. And you will become so at peace by being alone, since you are alone and you figuring out your value, your self-worth, and what you're capable of and stuff like that. Like, to the point that when you do go around people or social settings, you won't even feel right no more. You know what I'm saying? You'll just be noticing so much Decepticons. Like, you'll just be noticing people like do the most weirdest things, and it just will bother you. Like, I don't need to be here. Like, your energy will be so much better now that you're isolated, that when you go outside, you know, you can see how much you shift and transition people, because they can feel your new energies. They can feel your new love, your newfound love of yourself. And it'll bother you a little bit, to the point where you're like, yo, I don't even want to hang out right now. I'm really comfortable with laying in the bed right now, or I'm comfortable with, you know, just being alone and being, and just being in my own spot right now. I'm happy with this. I mean, and see, the reason why is because, like I said, it just creates, you just have more peace. You just have more peace and more solitude. I know sometimes my homeboys be calling me, Tren, you want to come out and watch the game with us? They do it like every week. Some of my homeboys do this every week, and they probably be watching this video, but it don't matter. They still gonna call me. And I be telling them, I be like, bruh, I'm not today. I'm sorry. I'm not going out. I'm not going to the bar. I'm chilling today, homie. Why not, man? Which comment gonna be there, man? Such and such gonna be there too, bro. You know you gotta go with us. I can't, dog. I love y'all to death unconditionally, but I'm really loving my peace right now, brother. All right, man. I get to you. You know what I'm saying? I get to you later. You know what I'm saying? And it just, you'll start to tell your guys. If you're a girl, you'll start to tell your girls, like, I'm good, boo. Like, I'm really good. And you know, a lot of people would think you acting funny and stuff, but it ain't that you acting funny. It's just that you just trying to make something out of yourself. You just trying to stay out of trouble. You know what I mean? You just trying to keep your energy, you feel me, in alignment. You know what I mean? You just trying to make sure that you do have enough money to pay your bills. You know, you just trying to make sure that you are working on yourself and feeling at your most highest potential. You feel me? It ain't even to make nobody feel bad. But like I said, when you get around in the public, like a lot more after you be by yourself, like just something as simple as going to the grocery store, you won't even feel right. You just be ready to go in and get up right up out of there. Like, people come in and talk to you, you won't even want to talk to them sometimes, because you so used to being alone and isolated that it's not even in your interest anymore to have to be around a lot of people to make yourself feel good, because you know who you are now. Okay, so I don't know who this video resonated with, man, but it's your big bro Tren. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if this video resonated with you. Make sure you save this video so you can run it back later if you want to watch it over again, because I'm pretty sure I touched on some things that you can relate to in this video. Now, again, y'all, get you some sea moss, man, some Irish sea moss. Get you some Irish sea moss. This is what I've been taking. As you can see, I'm almost out. I'm about to have to order me some more myself. But you get you some Irish sea moss right here, man, if you want to stay healthy with me. All right, this Dr. Sebi's go-to supplement right here, and it really does work, because I've been using it for like a whole year now, and I feel good. But you got to keep taking it, you know what I'm saying, or you end up probably catching low immune system where getting cold like I did last week. But anyway, also, man, if you want to see some of my secret videos, I got like secret videos inside some of my courses. Okay, look in the comment section at the top below. You'll see Chosen One's Breakthrough course. You'll see Chosen One's Family course. And inside these courses, you're going to get a lot of information. Plus, you're going to get my secret videos that I don't have on YouTube. All right. Other than that, man, give me a comment. Leave a comment below and let me know. Are you isolated a lot and you have experienced some of these things? Or have you experienced different things that I didn't mention in this video? Make sure you comment below and let me know, man. It's your big bro Tren. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Keep God first. Peace.